Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? This is phase 2 of our pad split operation, learnings, what we've done. We screwed up, we've made some wins. I want to go through this house on basically, guys, what's been like 2-3 weeks?
2 weeks.
We're kind of coming in a little bit earlier because a lot of things have happened. So we just want to go through this video and explain to you where we found some pitfalls and some lessons that we can all learn together in this. And if you in this video see something that you can add or you've been through, please comment in the comment section and let us know so we can improve what we're doing.
Of course. Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's talk about it.
Let's get into it. Tim, why don't you walk us through some of the things that occurred right away in the suite that we're in? This is kind of like the first major issue that we came up with, right?
Yeah.
So we came against.
As you can see, the wall behind me, we were trying to figure out what is the right way to connect the new bathroom and shower to in there where the dining room is. So once we peeled all this back, I don't know if you can see it, but basically there's a header right there, or a head wall, and that is a structural wall. So we were thinking, okay, if we are going to take all this out, we would have to reshore and hold up the wall while we put a big, massive beam across there. Well, when you put a beam, that means you need to do a structural engineer and calculate what that beam can hold. So then we were like, okay, come back to Gordon and Shad and said, okay, what do we want to do here? So then we just reconfigured it and we made the entrance into the bathroom here so we didn't lose part of our wall. As you can see right here, we were going to close this off and we were going to put our entrance into the bathroom over here. But then we thought, well, how do we make sure we don't lose unnecessary space? We reconfigure that and put that in there. And then we put a pantry right here. So we're going to be having a pantry so that people can come into from the kitchen and then they have all of their pantry and shelves and things like that.
So I think it's really important to just really notate what the difference actually was. So you're saying we were originally going to just have this as one wall open, but that would require that there'd be a structural beam that goes across. And what does that end up being? More money.
More cost.
We want to reduce our cost, not increase our cost. So through the conversation that Shad, Tim, and myself had, where we're like, how can we utilize this space in a better way where it provides more value for our clients? And so that's what Tim was just suggesting is we changed the entrance to the bathroom on the other side. We created a pantry. So this here will now be a pantry that's entered from this side, from the main house. And this will just be one solid wall for this particular suite. So that was a really huge discovery and little thing that we went through. I think it's great. Now, what can we talk about as far as the bathroom that we're creating right now?
Very nice sized bathroom here. We're going to close off this door so they'll put stucco and clean all that out. But yeah, so we'll have a nice shower and then we'll have our toilet and then we have our vanity. And everything will be really nice and organized.
Okay, great. So that's the main suite, the new bathroom. And now we've saved some costs on that. We got a pretty good game plan moving forward. Let's go through the rest of the house here.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
So nice little common area. We'll show you that wall here in a second, but we're going to put a TV right here. And then as we said earlier, this is going to be our entrance into the bathroom. So we can go right into the bathroom here, nice and framed. We didn't mess with the structural beam or any of that stuff. So that'll all get cleaned up. Electrical will be also cleaned up. We've got the pantry that's coming along here. And then over here will be our stackable washer and dryer. So we've got to reconfigure all of this piping stuff, the drain, but we'll have a nice washer dryer stacked here. We also have to exhaust out the drain. And then right here, we're going to have a new kitchen. So we've already mapped it out. We're going to have a dishwasher. We're going to have a 36-inch base. And then we're going to have a 24-inch cabinet that will go right here. And then we're going to just do simple Formica tops.
In this common room, we've reconfigured the layout of what the room's supposed to look like. What did we run into as far as costs or problems in this room? Did we or did we not?
The biggest cost was we added some cabinets. We're going to have normal Formica countertops, not trying to go crazy. This is just a rental. We've got to reconfigure some lighting. We're going to put new can lights in here. But yeah, mostly cost is just reconfiguring a new kitchen. So nothing too out of the ordinary. As you can see over here, we've got framed out this wall. So this was to the actual living room, but we framed this off and we're going to put our couch. So TV, couch, little common area. We'll have a table right there, and then we'll have the kitchen over.
So specifically on the common area, not every pad split does a common area. And we all, the three of us, kind of came together and put our heads in along with Quentin. Shout out to Quentin. We love him at Padsplit. The common area really serves to make this more a home so that people don't feel like they are living in a chicken coop. That is like super important to all of us.
100%.
So I just want to highlight that idea that we've specifically designed an area where people can hang out, relax, work together, chill out, have dinner, and have a community.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the floor, but yeah, we had this as a whole room that was going to be right here. So we intended we were going to have, we were going to have a room in here that was going to be room number 10. So then again, talking with Quentin, it was like, hey, let's make this a little more open and provide some more space.
Let's rock and roll. Let's keep going. I love it.
All right. I don't know if you can see this, a monster floor safe. Very, very heavy.
We're gonna get to the bottom of that, dude.
That'll have to be a part 2. More to come on that.
We're gonna bust that thing open, man, find some gold bricks.
All right.
Or Shad said 1970 Bitcoin.
Coming in here, you can kind of see this is gonna be a 2-room. We've got our wall right here. This will be a phase 2. Over here, nice window. So we'll clean this up. They've already started some spackling and all that. This is room number 6. We're gonna have a window right here. So more structural because it's a masonry wall, but.
And that's mandatory, right, Tim? We have to do a window per room.
Got to have it for egress. Yes, okay. That is correct.
And then let's also just recap. So we had an original suite that we went through. That's 1. Now here's our first room layout, room 1 and 2 in the living room, which is going to be, now we're at 3 total.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we need to add a window, which again, cost structural.
Okay.
Okay. This room in here, if you want to take a look, we've already got the walls painted. We've already got everything good to go. All we need is base. And I'm waiting on Gordon for
furniture.
Furniture.
We're on it. And so, hey, can you just tell me how big is this room? Like, what's the size approximately?
This one's about 10 or 11 by 10. So this is a pretty good 100 square foot.
Nice, comfortable room. Okay, great. So now we're at 4 rooms.
Yep.
Let's keep rocking.
Yep. Let's go in here, bathroom. We've already got our vanity, it's ready to go. We just got to put it against the wall. We're gonna put the new Glacier Bay Power Flush golf ball toilets. And then we've got to rework a little bit of cleaning.
Wait, I think it's important to state that Shad was like, unless we do the super power flush, I'm out.
Yeah.
He's like, I quit.
We just for those massive situations that Shad
pizza poops, big pizza poops.
Big pizza poops.
Yeah.
We're going to put the Glacier Bays in here.
But honestly, why is that important? Like, let's talk about that for a second. We all decided as a team to do really high velocity flushing toilets because, in the event where there's a older toilet, that could be a major problem of having to constantly call a plumber. We don't want that problem.
Yeah, it's $150 per home service technician that comes out. So 2 or 3 of those situations and we've paid for a toilet.
Exactly, and they're $250 a toilet, so that costs times 4 bathrooms.
And we're gonna bring this back to life. You see it's kind of this creamy old tile.
Yeah.
Instead of paying more money to demo it, again, more money, let's just do $150, $200 tub and tile kit and we'll paint all of this and get a little more life out of this and then at some point we'll turn that over.
So now we're at rooms 4. Here's room 5.
Room 5. So this was already standard in the house, nothing crazy. It's already painted. All we need is the base. We're gonna take these bifold doors. We're gonna put them back in the closet, waiting on furniture.
And we got lucky with this house because it's already a 5-bedroom.
Yeah. So come on in here. I'll show you a little bit about what I got going on. You can kind of see how it laid out. Nothing crazy. We already cleaned up the walls. We've already painted, ceiling's ready to go. We were just gonna put a new ceiling fan, those are already ready. You can kind of see the window over here. So we did have a closet over there, which we'll show you here in a second, but the windows is already here. So we're just gonna dress those up. We're gonna put nice big blackout shades from Home Depot, nothing crazy. And then you can kind of see here, we've already got our walls framed for the next room. Conversation is, we took this wall all the way straight to the window and we were able to create a whole nother room by removing the closets.
So that's really important. This is a thing that Tim discovered on the floor plan when we were originally looking at the house, where he's standing was a bunch of access closet space on both sides of this room and the room across. And so what we ended up doing is Tim looked at this and basically said, hey guys, I think we got enough space for another room. Like, wow, how cool is that?
And again, all we got to do is put another window in. So that will be a window that is facing outside, which we'll have to do a lintel. We'll have to do a structural engineer. I already paid my engineer, so that's another $700 to get that engineer's stamp. And we'll talk about the city here in a little bit, but they've already started to provide comments. So we're really excited about getting that so we can get a permit approved.
Oh, and if you're a tradesperson watching this right now, leave a comment. We're always looking for new and more qualified tradespeople because you can never have enough, right, Tim?
Yeah, need another electrician. I need another drywall guy. I need another plumber. Definitely a roofer. I need all of those. So yeah, shout out for sending our connection. So the Tim Bates at Instagram. Let's connect. This is a whole nother bedroom. This will be, we're calling it an office right now until we get the window put together. This is where we had our safe, which I think we kind of already mentioned that in the last video. This thing already got demoed out. So we'll show you them jackhammering that out as well.
Room number 8.
This is room number 8. So same thing. This was the master bedroom because it had a monster closet over there. And we've made this a whole nother room. Same thing. We've got the window situation over here, and then we've got our wall that is going to be already closed off. We've got the doors ready to be painted. And
now that we've gone through the house, you've kind of shown us all of the changes, all of the rooms that we've added. What was the biggest problem that you discovered from the construction and cost end that we ran into?
I think it's just really thinking about what's the best way to maximize your floor plan and your layout. When you start adding changes, and then the electrician says, well, I wasn't planning on moving. Now you're adding another bathroom. Oh, you're adding a kitchenette. Oh, you want another laundry setup. And that's just extra change orders. And you need to try to minimize those costs. Learning how to quantify all of your costs, all of your drawing, all of your layout, getting all your partners on the same page. We all have lots of good ideas. And I will say the contractors are great. I talked to the plumber and the plumber was like, why don't we just move the hot water heater outside? I didn't even know you could do that. He's like, oh yeah, they make this little galvanized thing from Home Depot, $200, and you can move your hot water heater outside. I was like, easy, done, no problem. Then I go to my draftsman and say, hey, I want to reroute my hot water heater outside. He's like, sure, no problem. I got to update the drawings. I got to collate the drawings.
That was the problem, right? One of our biggest errors on paper was changing the drawing multiple times.
At least 3 times.
And then that also hangs at permit.
Well, yeah, now the city is providing comments on drawings that are old and outdated. So when they provide those comments and then we have a whole new layout and the hot water heaters outside and we'd added a kitchenette and we've added a new washer and dryer, we've got to make all that stuff and add that to the city.
So now
then the city has to re-review everything again.
So now on our next house, which we went and saw another house today, which we love, and we'll make a whole video on that.
Shout out to Echo and Edgar.
Yep, shout out to Echo and Edgar. We got an awesome rockstar agent that's helping us out. So if you're a real estate agent and you've got properties like this, no HOA, 1,800 square feet and above are best, we want to see it. Reach out to us. Leave a comment in the comment section or reach out to me personally at I am Gordon Saran on Instagram. And we want to see those properties.
Yeah, it's coming along. So we did get a little feedback from the city that since we don't have our permit fully approved, which we were told that it was okay to at least get the walls up, we need to stop. And we'll talk about unpermitted outside structures as well if we keep going.
Okay, so there was the full walkthrough of where we're at currently. I know we're not finished. We're kind of still in the midst of, finishing up the wall, the drywalls, getting the furniture, which is now my responsibility. Actually, it was always my responsibility. I just hadn't done it yet.
Waiting on you.
Waiting on me. So we're gonna get quotes on all the furniture on Monday, which is amazing. We have a furniture coming from a hotel liquidator. Hopefully we get some great prices and some really robust, strong furniture. So Tim, what can you tell us since we've been through the entire property now? We've seen all the rooms, the do's, the don'ts, the pitfalls. What's the biggest takeaway for anyone watching right now on if you're doing your first pad split, be very careful with what?
Yeah, so we got caught with our pants down a little bit with the city. They pulled up the Google Earth and saw that there was 2 brand new structures Obviously, our dumpster didn't help, but they thought that we had structures that we put in this house that we never put. When we bought the house, these structures were already here. So now the city is saying, hey, you have unpermitted structures. So now I had to go to the city and get a demo permit just to remove those structures.
That we never even put up.
So labor to remove them, and another dumpster, which is at $500 per dumpster for a 20-yard dumpster. So we've got costs there, again, that we didn't think about. And then there's 2 other sheds back in the backyard that also are not permitted. So 4 structures had to be added to the permit at $57 per structure to be removed. That's another challenge that we had to learn the hard way.
And so all in all, I think the main takeaway was when you're drafting and getting your drawings done and you're submitting them, don't do it multiple times like we did. We did it 3 times, I believe, which we could have just avoided that cost on the engineering side for the general contractor, plus having the city go through old drawings that are now no longer relevant.
Yeah, so lots of learnings, but again, we're having fun. We're on to the next one.
So hopefully our lessons can be your lessons and you don't have to go pay out of pocket for these lessons.
Yeah, 100%. So the one thing that I'm going to add is that I really want to document this process for anybody that's brand new or anyone that's got maybe a pad split that's maybe not generating the right revenue that you want to. I want to really go through all of the pitfalls. Right now we're on the construction end, but eventually we're going to be on the service end on what can we do, what tweaks can we do to make them more profitable and retain those anchor tenants, right? So this is going to be a very comprehensive series on the do's and the don'ts. So thanks, Tim, for walking us through the house. Appreciate that.
Yep.
Now, the next video that we're going to be creating is going to be once all the walls are up, the furniture's in. So stay tuned for that. How do they find you?
The Tim Bates on Instagram.
I am Gordon Saran on Instagram.
And Vintegrator, integrator with a V.
All right. Thanks, guys.